Hello and welcome to the 21-22 school year. Now that our students are in class, this is an opportunity for me to speak directly with our parent community to talk a little bit about what makes our school so great for our students and also expectations that we have for ourselves but also for our community moving forward. But first, let me introduce myself. My name is Jim French and I'm the elementary school principal. And I've been at KIS Jeju as the principal for the past 7 years. And we've seen a lot of change in the elementary school in those 7 years, starting with 180 students, and now we are well over 400 students currently this year. I have a master's degree in education. I have a master's degree in business administration and an undergraduate in business and in education, as well as, of course, teaching certification. Before becoming principal, I was a homeroom teacher in several different countries, including the US, for a decade. And I definitely, in the role that I want to be in as the principal, I am extremely focused on student learning. I'm focused on what's best for our student community. And it's based on research. It's based on best practice. Moving forward, everything that is decided in the elementary school is based on these key principles. That's the commitment you can expect from me as your principal. Personally, I love Jeju. I've been here, like I say, for 7 years, and I definitely enjoy the island life, the active life. I enjoy cycling and hiking, free diving, and even a little bit of kite surfing, although I gave that up after a few times. Okay, well, enough about me. Let's talk about KIS Elementary School. Let's start with what makes KIS Jeju different from other international schools. First of all, at KIS Jeju, we are a team. We see educating child as a team approach. If you look at the photo in the presentation, you'll see in the middle, we have gears that represents our children, and then all around that are all of our team members working to help raise our children up so they can be the best students they can possibly be. So, like I say, on our team, we have, of course, our parents, and you are an elite group. We only accept less than 40% of students that apply are eventually accepted for enrollment, which means we definitely focus on the quality of our students and the fit over the quantity. We don't just want to fill up a school for no reason. We want to make sure that it is the best learning environment for our students. Our teachers, of course, extremely important members of our team. We hire very qualified teachers, many of whom, or the majority of, having advanced degrees, master's degrees, and above. And of course, we have a very dedicated elementary office staff, teaching assistants, and other assistants and KISJ staff in order to round out that teaching team for our elementary school students. Okay, why are we here? Well, the educational aims of our school can be clearly seen through our elementary school divisional goal. This was created by all of the teachers in the elementary school, and it's something that we live by, and we incorporate elements of responsive classroom to develop dragon values in our students in a safe, challenging, and joyful community. So, of course, we know that our school is extremely challenging, and the other thing that you need to know is that it is a joyful community. Think back when you were in elementary school and the fun that you had in learning things, and that's really what we are trying to create here is a place where students can enjoy coming, learn a lot, be challenged, and really build great memories of elementary school moving forward. So where are we going as an elementary school? Well, that can be seen through our vision statement, which is we are a forward-thinking school that promotes hands-on experiential learning, where students and teachers are empowered to be risk takers. So our students and our teachers are always taking risks. We understand that failing is a great way to learn, and especially in the elementary school, we want to make sure that students know that that is a valuable way to learn, and you cannot fail without taking chances. So we definitely pride ourselves on having risk takers for students, but also for teachers. So let's talk about some of our goals this year and how our vision is being implemented. We are going to continue building a strong sense of community and belonging, and the way that that's being implemented this year is through the new schedule. You should have noticed when you received the new schedule from your child's teacher is we have now blocked out time for community connections, for morning meeting, for closing circle. Community connections, of course, is new this year. This is an opportunity for our specialist teachers to have a dedicated time to teach the free play social interaction skills, help them develop those skills so that way when they go out at recess, they will have less conflicts, they'll know how to deal with those conflicts, and again, thinking back to our joyful community, having fun at recess and also connecting with our specialist teachers in a very similar way that our students connect with homeroom teachers. We have also improved report cards. We're still standards-based, of course, but the report cards will provide more information for our parents on specifics of each standard and how you can help your child continue to excel. We're really going to try for 2 drama productions this year. It's been a few years, but I'd really like to bring back, again, a drama production for our second and third graders, and then our 4th and 5th graders. But again, that will be dependent on COVID. And as always, we want to continue to improve our parent cooperation. You are valuable team members, and we know that only through working together and continuing to learn from each other can we truly help our students excel. Continuing on, our curricular focus this year is we have a new phonics program for grades 1 through 5. This is a program where students are tested and then divided into different groups based on how they did on the initial assessment. And then that allows us to provide specific help for all of our students in this very important curricular area that has been lacking in the elementary school until this year. We have a new social studies curriculum that was developed last year, and this year will be full implementation of that social studies curriculum. Again, we have our expansion of our robotics with a new robotics room that was completed, and it's a space for elementary students and middle school students to use. It's a very big, large space. That way they can learn from each other and really continue to be competing in those world-class events. And this year is our math review year. So we are going to be looking at our math program, how we can improve it, what changes we need to make to meet the specific needs of our student community. And of course, we have our new STEAM lab, which was, we started using it last year for some of the cooking electives and cooking classes that teachers have, but we really want to expand that so it can be used as a true STEAM lab, so science, technology, engineering, arts, and math. It's again another space for our students to be creative and to be risk takers. Okay, I'm going to take a step back and just talk a little bit about what our students learn at the school, just so we have a common understanding moving forward. As an elementary school, we use Aero and Common Core standards. All of our programs and curriculum are research-based and used by top schools around the world. In reading and writing, we use Teachers College for reading and writing. Again, very commonly used resource in top schools around the world, internationally and domestically. Math, we use the Common Core standards and Eureka Math as our curriculum. Again, continuing on, our science, we use Next Generation Science Standards, again, world-class standards to help to really build those scientific skills for our students. Social studies, we use Common Core Aero standards, and then we use those standards, and then based on the needs of our students, we create a curriculum that meets those needs, and that was done last year. And again, we have our social, emotional competencies, which we build in our students, respect, responsibility, communication, and collaboration, really the basis of everything we do. And you'll see that in our report cards, but also just in the way that our community operates. All right, our elementary school has I would say the most specialist led classes of any school I've seen internationally. And the reason why is because we want to make sure that our students have lots of opportunities to explore different areas of interest. So again, ensuring that well-rounded education for our students. We have design thinking, which is once a week. And if your students haven't already told you about this, they will, because it's definitely one of the favorite classes. Followed by, sometimes top or second, is our science lab. This is taught twice a week for grades 2 through 5 and once a week for grade 1. This is an opportunity for students to have hands-on experiential learning the scientific process. They also have science in the homeroom, but the science lab is all about doing experiments and investigations in order to develop a deeper understanding of those scientific skills. They have art once a week. Music twice a week, physical education twice a week, always very important. Technology once a week, depending on if they're a science lab or not. Counseling, which is once a week. They're working with counselors in large groups, but also one-on-one and small groups, which is very important. And something that's very unique to our school and to really the GEC schools is we have Korean language and Korean social studies 4 times a week, which means when your child graduates from KIS, they will have a Korean diploma and a US diploma, which is unheard of at other international schools around the world, and it's a huge advantage for our students and one that I'm very proud of that we have. All right, after school, our school day goes till 4, but after school we have lots of opportunities for our students. Soccer, swimming, basketball, cross country, track and field, robotics, drama productions, battle of the books, and debate. Just to name a few, we're always adding to that list. Our motto is full and equal participation. It doesn't matter if you've never played soccer before, you can play here because we want you to have those experiences. It's not about creating an elite team. This is an elementary school. Again, what we do is we create a joyful community for our students. Everything we do is a non-competitive, it's a focus on effort, it's a focus on sportsmanship first and foremost. Again, we encourage participation in multiple sports. We don't want just your child to do only basketball or only swimming. We want your child to do as many after-school opportunities as they feel that they'd be interested in. Communication in the elementary school are 2 main channels. We have our parent news, which is on the KIS.AC website, and of course Seesaw. That's where you'll get information from your homeroom. I also have classrooms on it, and I create videos and post on there for parents and for students. For students, I post weekly videos. Parents, it's as needed, but it's definitely something that you're going to need to be connected to in order to get a full picture of your child's learning, because your child will post on Seesaw, you'll be able to see it, you'll be able to comment on it. And if you have any questions about how to turn off notifications, there's actually a section on our website with more information about that as well. All right, I want to take just a moment for us all to have a common understanding of expectations for parent communication. Again, we are a team, and it's really important that together we move our students forward, and the best way to do that is for us to have very clear and concise communication, but also to have respectful communication. And in our school's dorm life guide, it's very clear what those expectations are. You're expected to contribute to a positive school environment, avoid behavior that creates conflict among members of the school community. That's including students, families, and other faculty members. And this is something that as an elementary school principal I am committed to, because I cannot have my school destroyed or his name sullied by a few parents that don't like maybe a decision that was made or something that's happened. Again, it's fine to come and talk to us, but it was something that should be professionally handled. Okay, again, talking about the communications. When When you have a question, maintain those positive communication channels with your teachers, respect each other and the community. That goes parent to parent as well. When you're speaking with another parent, it should be a respectful manner and not in a way that would cause the conflict to escalate. Again, respect the school staff. Your children are watching. Anytime you speak about a teacher, a staff member, make sure that it is in a respectful way, because your child will learn from the way you act more than what you tell them. Again, if you have a question, talk to the teacher, talk to me. You should not be bringing it to the PAB. They are not the parent complaint box. That's not their role. And it's really important that, again, those communication channels with the school are open. When you do send emails, allow 24 hours for teachers to respond. They're extremely busy doing their job teaching students. If you do email on the weekend, don't expect a response. On the weekend, it's really important that our teachers do have that downtime. If you have not heard anything after 24 hours, you can send a follow-up email. Sometimes emails are accidentally put into spam folders or filtered out, so sending that follow-up email after 24 hours is helpful. Again, a meeting request should be minimum of 24 hours in advance, and email the teacher directly. When we do speak to you about your child, we will only be speaking to you about your child. We will not speak about other children because of our privacy policy. We respect the privacy of all individuals at our school. So just understand that when you do speak to us. All right, again, respecting the confidentiality of everyone is extremely important. Think to yourself, what would you want others to know what your child's learning journey would be? And if your answer is no, then we're not going to tell you about other children as well. Again, maintain perspective. Understand that these are students. They make mistakes. They learn from their mistakes, especially in elementary school. We have our restorative practices that we are committed to. Again, research-based, focused on our students, that Ms. Litton, our elementary school principal, will be putting out a presentation in the next couple of weeks. Give to students time and space, and let students solve their own issues, okay? Again, the worst thing we can do as parents is to jump in and fight our child's battles for them. That doesn't teach them anything. That just teaches them to go to mother or father when something goes wrong, which is not a life skill that they can maintain. Okay, all that being said, again, the goal is that this is a joyful community for our students, for our parents, for our faculty. We want you to be involved. So we are a team, and it's important that you presume positive intentions. When things happen, watch the Dragon dialogues. It's really important that you're up to date on what's going on in our elementary school. Volunteer when you're asked to help. We're going to have different things that happen this year, even with COVID, and we're going to be asking for parent volunteers. Please volunteer, come with some ideas, come to me with ideas. I'm always open to ideas from students, from parents, anything we can do to make the school a better place for our students, a better learning environment. Support your PAB, okay? Again, I'll be working very closely with the PAB. I'll ask them to come to you with certain things. Be a positive influence, support the PAB. They always need your help and support. And again, when you're thinking and speaking about KIS Jeju, be positive. We are a team, and we're all on the same team. So if something goes wrong and you're out in the community speaking negatively, you're basically speaking negatively about yourself, because we are a team and we're all together on this. And I'm very confident we're going to have an amazing year. Very happy with the faculty that we have. I hired each and every one of them, multiple interviews, multiple settings. So I know that we're going to have a great year, and I'm looking forward to working with our community, working with you in order to really help our students excel this year and be the best that they can possibly be.